right. Had to shed layers already, man. Getting ahead of the game, buddy. Getting ahead of the game.
Start of the Leona Divide.
Yeah.
2013. There goes Dave.
All right, April 2013, Leona Divide. It's gonna be a hot day.
Reunited and it feels so
I might take
good.
it on the. Oh hey, how's it going? It's been a while, huh?
It has been a while.
What's the last event we did together?
I'm thinking San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is
It's been almost a year.
my first trail race in, God, 10 months or something like that.
Someone's been MIA.
Nice course so far though.
Yeah.
Kind of started off with a gentle climb for maybe a mile or so. But I don't want to jinx anything, but the course has been runnable so far. Just had to bring it out early, Dave.
Exactly.
Cool.
Nice views though.
Oh yeah, beautiful views. So what's the goal for today, Dave?
I'd like 10 and a half. I think that sounds
doable?
good.
Yeah. This will be my last long training run before San Diego, so this will be it.
Yeah. All right, 8 miles in. Just left the first aid station. Got about a 2-mile hike uphill and some good downhill. How you feeling?
Pretty good so far. My shin's been pretty tight, I guess, my calf.
Yeah.
So if I can get that loosened up, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Nice course though.
Yeah.
Beautiful scenery.
So far, pretty good.
Worried about the heat.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot. Just another 42 miles and we'll be done.
Right. Oh, damn.
Well, that's coming from Chris Vargo, who's training in Sonoma last year.
12.8 miles in. Got Kyle and Eric just ahead of me. And just left the second aid station. So about 3.5 miles more.
Whoa!
Oh! We'll see my parents and Kyle's girlfriend. So yeah, just 3.5 more miles and we'll hit the next one. All right, just left the aid station where I saw my parents, and Kyle's just right behind me. Just looked at the elevation profile. And at like 16.3 miles all the way up to mile 20, it's basically a pretty high uphill. So this is probably going to be one of the tougher parts of the race right here. So good 3.5, 4 miles of steep uphill, then some rolling uphill, and a drop off.
Super nice. The lake all the way there. Whew. Nice. It's about 4,400 feet. Job, Katie! Woo! Good job! That was cool. That was Katie Botterill from Fresno. So yeah, we're a little over 19 miles. Been going uphill for, God, 3 miles. So it's like a 2,000 foot climb. Nice work.
Thanks.
Yeah, very, very nice views. This course is really exposed, so it's going to be very warm later. It's only 10 o'clock and it's warm now, so we'll see how it goes. We'll catch up with you guys later. Just left the mile 20 aid station. It's been 4 hours and 15 minutes total. So, feeling pretty good. Legs are decent. Yeah, so nothing bad there so far. Got some watermelon, a few snacks, some sodas, pretty good. Ice cold water, because it is, even though it's only 10:15 in the morning, It's really heating up. Gonna be a hot day. So just trying to stay hydrated, figure out my nutrition. Dave and Eric should be coming behind me.
All right, coming up on mile 22. It's past the aid station about a mile and a little bit to go. Got some cold ice water in my bag. Tastes so good because it's getting so hot out. Kyle and my friend Eric are just, oh, they're just right there now. Just barely ahead of me. Had to stop and use the restroom, so they got a little ahead of me back there, but finally catching up to them now. So got a nice little climb here, some rolling hills. It's actually fairly easy to run compared to the last section we were in. So catching up on a little bit of time. But yeah, it's a little warm, but so far not too bad out. Hopefully we won't be, we'll probably be caught out here all day, but the aid station people have been really cool about, you know, they have a bucket of ice water with some rags and getting kind of ice baths in it, and yeah, so far so good today. All right, so caught back up with Eric and Kyle. What are we, mile 23.6-ish? How you guys feeling?
Feeling good?
All right.
All right. Stomach kind of full.
You want one of those ginger candies?
Water. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a.
Oh, here comes one of the leaders. All right, coming up on mile 25, about 5 hours and 13 minutes in, and I did something dumb. I filled my hydration pack up with a bunch of ice, and now, oh, here we go. Good job.
Good job, man.
My bag's filled with ice, but I ran out of water. But luckily this area here is pretty shaded. I think I have about 5 more miles to the aid station. So hopefully some of this ice will melt, but luckily I do a lot of train runs in town when it's hot. And I don't take water with me. I usually do about a half marathon distance, so I know mentally and physically it's no big deal. I can power through 5 miles in the heat. I've been staying pretty hydrated, so shouldn't be too big of a deal. I just gotta make sure I fill my pack up with water all the way and not add any ice to it at the next aid station. So my buddy Nate just passed me on the he's going back, because this is an out and back course pretty much. So he's doing really good. We're 5 hours and 35 minutes in, so he's got to be at like mile, I'm guessing like 35-ish or something right now. So he's just doing really solid. I think he's trying to hit about 8 hours today, so hopefully he comes close to his goal. All right, I guess it's about 3 miles to the aid station. Still out of water. It's a nice wide fire trail, all pretty much downhill from here, so shouldn't be too big of an issue. It's nice and shaded in some of the spots. All right, so about 29 3/4 miles in, hit the aid station, the bottom of the hill. Now I'm walking back up. It's all uphill for about 3 miles. So I'm just gonna walk about a 3 mile an hour pace, probably take an hour break, finish eating, let my stomach settle, and I'll be at about 33 miles. That'll put me at 4 miles to the next aid station once I get to the top. Filled up with water, and yeah, just trying to get some more calories in. They had a bunch of cut up strawberries at the aid station, so I got a big cup of that. Just ate some of those. Fruit tastes really good right now. But ooh, nice breeze. So I'm gonna put this away and just keep walking and enjoying the day.
All right, so we recently left the aid station at the turnaround. There's Eric. We're walking up a steep ass 3 mile hill almost back to the single track. It's hot as balls out here. So, got my funny little neck gaiter on to try and keep the sun off. But, yeah, still enjoying the scenery. I mean, it's a beautiful place to run. It's very exposed. That sun's on you all the time, but super nice. Dave's right behind us. Coming up the hill.
I'm guessing it wasn't a good idea to try to catch up on my nutrition at that last aid station. I ate a lot of food and yeah, it's all over the trail now. Empty stomach again, but need to pace myself. All right, just hit 8 hours. I'm at 36.5 miles. So 13.5 left. I don't think I'll hit 10 hours, but hopefully under 11. We'll just have to see. My stomach's not feeling very good, and I'm kind of relying just on water from now on, which isn't the best thing to do, but my stomach's just a little tore up. Kyle's right behind me, probably about 20 feet. It's kind of having some issues too, but we're both hanging in there and getting it done. Just left the aid station, about 39 miles in. We're not feeling excessively good, but whatever. It's supposed to be pretty steep downhill and exposed the next 4 miles to the next aid station. And man, you know, if I had food in my stomach, I would totally be throwing up right now. But I already threw it all up, so not a problem. Right? Alright, yeah. Coming up to, I believe, the second to last aid station. I'm gonna see my parents. Kyle's girlfriend, Christina. Kyle's right behind me. And, yeah, it's, man, it's 90 degrees and hot today. Probably said that about 5 or 6 times, but yeah, it's feeling pretty brutal. All right, we got about 4 miles of uphill, and whoa, then I don't know, 3 miles of down. I don't know. We got about 7 miles left, so not too bad. 1 hour and 42 minutes in. Alright, 10 hours in, about 43.6 miles, and pretty nice views. A little windy at times, which is nice because it's really hot. But man, yeah, it's just really hot out. Kind of taking its toll on both of us here, so I can't wait to get done, and I don't even want to get anything to eat. I just want to get done. Maybe eat when I get home. My stomach's pretty tore up, but yeah, it's just about 6.5 miles left till we get this thing done. All right, we're about 4 miles left. Kyle's feeling amazing. Yeah. I'm feeling amazing. Excuse me. Yeah, so we're gonna not get sick, and we're gonna knock this thing out. All right, about a mile left.
Fuck, finally.
I know, man.
What a day.
It's been a long day, so it's gonna cruise down this trail and be done with it.
All right, probably within the last half mile of Leona Divide 50 mile, 2013. I'm at about 11 hours and 42 minutes. So I'm gonna crack 12. What a day. Super hot. Stomach was fucked up all day. Did not have a good run. But with the help of a few people, I was able to push through. So thank you guys. We'll catch you on the other side.
Finish line is just around the corner. Kyle's right there. Wrap this thing up.
All right, 2013 Leona Divide post-race report. It's a couple days after the race. It's Tuesday morning. Race was on Saturday. So first and foremost, I'm starting to feel pretty recovered. I went for almost a 3-mile jog yesterday. Legs felt pretty decent, with the exception of the lower calf / shin injury I was kind of going into the race with. So nothing major. Recovered from the severe dehydration and heat exhaustion that I suffered at the race. So things are turning for the better now. But what an event this year. I had never done Leona Divide. Great course. It's about 25 or 30 miles let's see, west of Palmdale, Lancaster area, so it's high desert. Race took place anywhere between 3,000 and like 4,500 foot elevation, so it wasn't at sea level, but I didn't feel any effects of the altitude. It was mainly the heat. There were about 40 miles of Pacific Crest hiking trail that were part of the race, and just about all of the course was exposed. So the daytime temperatures I'd heard reached up to about 90 degrees, and maybe even low 90s in some of those really exposed areas, so it just made it tough. Yeah, I had a really difficult time stomaching anything. I felt real nauseous after the first 25 miles of the 50, and I wasn't able to eat anything, and I was getting having severe issues with dehydration. So I ended up doing an 11 hours 44 minutes. I was hoping to be 45 minutes faster. I wanted to run around 11 hours. That's kind of what I was shooting for, but you know, it is what it is. Just take it as another great ultra experience and good training for San Diego, which is in 5 weeks now. That trail's going to be probably pretty warm and exposed during the daytime, so it was kind of good to see how that's going to feel again. It had been almost 10 months since I had been out on the trail doing an event, so it's really nice to get back out there. Saw a lot of familiar faces, especially from Fresno. There were quite a few people out there doing both the 50K and 50 mile this weekend. A buddy of mine and a friend's wife did their first 50K ever, which was awesome. Yeah, Fresno had a really good showing out there. So as far as the race itself, as to whether or not I'll go back, hard to say. I would imagine I would find it much more pleasurable if it weren't quite as warm, but that's just part of the location of the event. I had heard really good things about the race. It is put on exceptionally well. The aid stations were run very well. The people there were at the aid stations were very helpful and friendly, especially with how hot it was. Yeah, I don't know if I'll go back. We'll see. The views were spectacular. It was the high desert makes for very interesting topography, and it is pretty. It's just very dry and again very exposed. But pretty big field this year. I guess it was the largest ever. Some like 500 something people were signed up. Now, not everybody made it to the start, and of course not everyone finished. There were a lot of drops this year with the heat. A lot of people not starting, so that played a part in the overall finishing numbers. And there was 9,000 feet of elevation gain. So it was a very steep course, along with the heat and the exposure. So we'll see whether I go back in the future or not. It's still up in the air. I would like to go back and run a faster time, obviously, but we'll kind of see how things go. I ran with Dave for probably the last 20 miles of the race, and you know, if not for him, I have a feeling that either I would have DNF'd this one, or I would have been cutting it really, really close to the cutoff, because I struggled really, really bad that last 10 or 15 miles in the heat without any sort of nutrition. So thanks to Dave for kind of pulling me through this one. That was awesome. But other than that, I'm looking forward to San Diego in 5 weeks. Just continue with the training, try to work on my nutrition, maybe get out there in the heat a little bit more, and we'll see what happens. So we'll talk to you guys soon.